So, today we're diving into something that's way more than just a car. We're going to break down a cultural artifact, a true symbol of power, and honestly, a piece of personal identity from a world of coastal nobility. This is the story of the Sjaqawarra Flamecrest sovereign.
And this quote from the car's owner, Sjaqawarra, man, it just hits the nail on the head, right? This sets the stage perfectly. We're talking about legacy, about a kind of power that's literally in your blood. This is not just transportation, it's a declaration.
Okay, so here's the wild part. To really get this legendary machine, we have to start at its, well, surprisingly humble beginnings. Before it was this chariot fit for a noble, it was this, the Sjaqawarra Naliin, a super popular family sedan you'd see all over the coast. The specs for the base model paint a pretty clear picture. You've got a 1.8-liter fire hybrid engine, which is this cool mix of normal fuel and some kind of elemental energy, and it puts out a pretty modest 164 horsepower. It's front-wheel drive, built to be a practical, dependable car for just getting around. You know, reliable, efficient, something anyone could own.
And yeah, the price tag totally matches that vibe. The standard edition rolls in at 36,900 MGA. That's their local currency. Now, I want you to hang on to that number because it really sets the stage for what's coming next, and trust me, it's a huge leap.
All right, now this is where the magic happens. This is where that dependable family sedan is completely transformed, reforged into this one-of-a-kind masterpiece made exclusively for one person, Sjaqawarra.
Even the name tells you everything you need to know. Let's break it down. Flamecrest means the absolute peak of a fire-based noble family. And sovereign? That means royal level, top-tier craftsmanship. Every single word here is chosen to scream exclusivity and its deep, unbreakable tie to House Sjaqawarra.
And wow, just look at the outside of this thing. The Midnight Flametide look isn't just paint, it's a whole identity. You've got the deep obsidian black, those custom maroon accent strokes, and the Sjaqawarra family crest on the hood actually lights up. Even the trim is flame reactive, so it glows brighter the faster you go. It's like the car is a living symbol of its owner.
And the inside? Oh, it's just as personalized. Welcome to the Flameborn Regal Cabin. We're talking hand-stitched specialty Alcantara, a custom user interface that uses ancient glyphs for the display, and, get this, it even has a signature scent diffuser that's unique to House Sjaqawarra. Every single detail is completely bespoke.
So, remember that first price I told you to hang on to, the 36,900? Well, after all of Jeru's personal touches, the final price skyrockets to 104,000 MJA. That's almost triple the original. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a total reinvention of what this car is.
But wait, the evolution doesn't stop there. Because when luxury and nobility just aren't enough, there's the Shadow Flame Track Edition. This is the car's final form, built for one thing, racing. This is where they truly unleash the beast.
And just look at these numbers side by side. It's night and day. On the left, you've got the Sovereign Edition, which is impressive enough at 221 horsepower. But on the right, the Shadow Flame just leaps ahead to 320 horsepower and shaves a full second and a half off the 0 to 60 time. It's not even in the same league anymore.
I mean, listen to this. This is what rival racers are saying about it. When the competition is literally telling people not to even bother trying to race you, you haven't just built a car. You've built a legend. The Shadow Flame isn't just fast, it's genuinely feared.
So we've seen the specs, we've seen the speed, but what does this car mean? Now let's get into what it represents, the ceremony, the culture, and the whole legend that was built around this machine.
Get this, you don't just, walk into a dealership for this car. The delivery is a whole event, and it happens at the Sjaqawarra Royal Performance Hall. You can't get in with a key or a code. Access is granted by scanning your noble family's crest. This isn't just VIP treatment, it's a ritual for the absolute highest tier of society. And at that moment of delivery, the dealership manager says this to Jeru. She responds to you already, sir. That line is so important. It paints the car not as some hunk of metal, but as a living thing that has this immediate, instinctual bond with its driver. And of course, the marketing doubles down on this whole idea. The ads aren't about gas mileage or how much stuff you can fit in the trunk. They're about destiny, about power, about legacy. They're selling you an identity, making the car feel like a physical extension of who you are.
And who better to deliver that message than the man himself? In his own commercial, Sjaqawarra's voiceover says, "I don't drive to follow, I drive to lead." That one line just perfectly sums it all up. This car isn't for getting from point A to B, it's for paving the way forward.
But for all its power, all its ceremony and status, there's another side to this story, a much more personal, intimate purpose. You see, the Flamecrest Sovereign is also a private sanctuary for Giroux and his partner, Pepe. And this is where we find the real heart of the machine.
This little exchange right here, it says so much. Giroux just brushes off the idea that it's only his car. To him, it's their shared space, a place so connected to his relationship with Pepe that he feels like her name should be part of its design.
So you can just picture it, right? Inside that cabin with its soft, warm ambient lighting, all the power and status just melts away. The car stops being a symbol of nobility and becomes this safe, quiet backdrop where their relationship can grow, hidden away from the world.
And it's in this space that the really deep feelings come out. He calls her the flame of my coast. It's such a romantic, poetic line, and it's spoken in the kind of privacy and comfort that only the Flamecrest gives them.
And this is what brings everything together. Remember when the manager said the car responds to him? Well, here, Giroux reveals what he thinks the real source of its soul is. It's not the engine, it's not the tech, it's Pepe. Their connection is what makes the machine feel alive.
So, in the end, when you put all the pieces together, the Flamecrest Sovereign is this perfect, complex mix. It's cutting-edge technology, it's a powerful symbol of a noble family, and it's this incredibly intimate space for personal connection. It's so much more than just the sum of its parts.
Which, leaves us with one final thought. We've seen how this car is a perfect reflection of its owner's life, his power, his heritage, and his heart. So it kind of makes you wonder, right? If your life were a car, what would its signature feature be?